$1,166 a year. That's what a used BMW X5 costs just in maintenance. The Mercedes GLE runs even higher. Before tires, before insurance, before the water pump buried in the block that cracks at 70,000 and kills the engine. Meanwhile, 7 SUVs sitting on used lots right now cost under $15,000 and maintain for $407 a year. One has a 48% chance of hitting 200,000 miles. Another has odometers past 700,000 on the original engine. Today, I'm counting down 7 used SUVs that outlast luxury cars costing 4 times as much. The data, the model years, and which ones to skip. Plus 2 used luxury SUVs that'll drain every dollar you saved. Let's go! At number 7, a 3-row SUV for the price of a BMW oil change. The Mazda CX-9. A 2018 or 2019 inches good shape sits right around $13,000 to $14,500 on the used market. Annual maintenance runs $539, and that includes the Turbo 4. For a 3-row carrying 6 adults, those numbers are hard to touch. Mazda discontinued it after 2023, which means depreciation already did the heavy lifting for you. The 2.5-liter turbo paired with a 6-speed automatic skipped the CVT trend entirely. While Nissan was settling $277 million in transmission lawsuits, Mazda put a conventional gearbox in their biggest SUV and walked away clean. IC cars tracked 19.5% of CX-9s, reaching 200,000 miles. Average vehicle sits around 5%, 4 times the odds of the general market. The interior punches above its weight class with stitched soft-touch materials that embarrass entry-level luxury crossovers costing twice the sticker. Insurance averages under $1,500 a year, lowest of any 3-row SUV on the used market right now. A used Volvo XC90 at this price? Nearly $2,400 in insurance and $1,100 in maintenance. The CX-9 beats it on both lines and keeps your kids just as safe. One caution: the 2016 and 2017 models logged brake failures as early as 20,000 miles, and 2021 triggered a class action over powertrain issues. Stay in that 2018 to 2020 window. That's where the value sits without the risk. Next one seats 8 people and costs less to maintain than a mid-size sedan. Number 6. The Honda Pilot. A 2016 to 2018 falls comfortably under $15,000 and puts 3 rows of seats under a drivetrain. Honda has been refining since the early 2000s. Maintenance averages $542 a year with a 13% chance of something big breaking. A used Audi Q7 at the same price runs $927 a year with triple the odds of something expensive going wrong. Under that hood sits a 3.5-liter V6 with no turbo to crack, no extra cooling parts to rust out, and none of the constant heating and cooling that kills German engines before 100,000 miles. IC cars found 29.7% of pilots reach 200,000 miles. That puts it in the top 10 for longevity among all SUVs sold in America. Owners regularly push these past 300,000 without anything major breaking. Skip the 2016 model year. Over 1,100 complaints logged with NHTSA, mostly the transmission jumping between gears and weird start-stop behavior. Honda fixed the software by 2017 and added Honda Sensing as standard on every 2018. The 2017 to 2018 range delivers everything the Pilot is known for without the early software headaches. Insurance runs about $1,300 a year. A used Range Rover Sport at the same $14,000 sticker runs $2,100 in insurance and $1,800 in maintenance. 8 seats, V6 reliability, and parts any shop stocks overnight. The Pilot does what the Range Rover promises and keeps doing it past 200,000 miles. From 8 seats to 3 rows that were built to last a decade and a half. Number 5. The Toyota Highlander. A 2016 to 2018 averages around $12,500 to $14,900 depending on mileage and trim. RepairPal scores it 4 out of 5 with annual maintenance at $489. That's $677 less per year than a used BMW X5. Over 5 years, that's $3,385 staying in your account. IC Cars data stopped me cold. 34.4% of Highlanders reach 200,000 miles. The hybrid pushes that to 39%. And 12.4% of original owners hold on past 15 years. Double the national rate. These don't get traded in, they get inherited. Starting in 2017, 3.5-liter V6 with an 8-speed automatic that runs a timing chain and a fuel system that cleans itself. Most modern engines build up gunk on the valves over time. Toyota's setup prevents that entirely. No turbo, no CVT, and nothing under the hood that a mechanic hasn't seen 1,000 times before. Walk past the 2014 and 2015 models. Roof rail bolt leaks and early seat wear plagued those years. The 2016 through 2019 scored above 82 on Consumer Reports, with the 2018 pulling 86. And the 2018 and 2019 logged 0 reported powertrain problems through RepairPal. 0. A 3-row SUV with 0 powertrain complaints across 2 model years. Try finding that from any German brand at any price. This next one topped every SUV in its class on RepairPal, and you can grab one for under 12 grand. Number 4. The Mazda CX-5. A 2017 to 2019 runs $10,500 to $14,000 on the used market. RepairPal ranked it first out of 26 midsize SUVs. Annual maintenance sits at $447, the lowest of any non-subcompact SUV they track. Only 8% chance of something big breaking when most competitors run double that. Pop the hood. A 2.5-liter Skyactiv with a timing chain and a traditional 6-speed automatic. No turbo on the base, no CVT, and nothing complicated under the hood. Mechanics see dead CVTs rolling weekly, but a 6-speed auto coming in finished almost never happens. 11 production years and not a single powertrain recall. I'm serious, not one. Longevity backs it up. 22.8% reached 200,000 miles. For context, a used Lexus NX at the same age hits about 15%. The Mazda outlasts the luxury brand and costs half as much to keep running. Insurance on a used CX-5 averages as low as $640 to $875 a year depending on the model year. That's cheaper to insure than most economy cars. The cabin quality punches well past the sticker with stitched materials and tight panel gaps that feel like something costing $35,000 new. Every year you own this, the gap between what it costs you and what a used luxury SUV costs somebody else gets wider. If this is saving you money on your next SUV, hit subscribe. We break down the real ownership numbers so you don't have to. The top 3 is where these numbers cross into hard-to-believe territory. The next one costs $34 a month to maintain. Read that again. Number 3. The Honda CR-V. A 2016 runs $10,000 to $13,000 used. Maintenance sits at $407 a year. That's $34 a month, less than most streaming subscriptions. RepairPal gives it just a 9% chance of anything major going wrong. Lowest of any compact SUV. The longevity data is hard to argue with. 28.7% of CR-Vs reach 200,000 miles. Some early 2000s examples are pushing toward 500,000. Honda ranks first out of 32 brands on overall reliability. Not top 5, not top 3 first. Parts cost almost nothing because every shop in the country keeps CR-V parts on the shelf. No dealer appointment, no special tools, and no lock software that only the dealer can use. A used BMW X3 at the same price needs a BMW certified scanner just to reset a service light. The CR-V needs a socket set in 20 minutes. Here's where the model year advice earns its weight. The 2016 runs the older 2.4-liter 4-cylinder with no turbo at all, no oil dilution, and no drama. That engine paired with a CVT that Honda builds themselves, not the cheap ones that destroyed Nissan's reputation. The 2017 switched to a 1.5-liter turbo that developed fuel leaking into the oil in cold climates. 2017 to 2019 logged the worst complaint rates in CR-V history. Honda fixed the internal seals by 2020, but at the under $15,000 price point, the 2016 is the cleanest buy on this list. Insurance runs under $2,000. Resale stays strong because demand never drops. Number 2 matched the CR-V's maintenance cost and added something the CR-V can't touch. The Toyota RAV4. A 4th generation 2015 to 2018 lands between $11,000 and $14,500. Annual maintenance comes in at $429 with repairs well below average. IC cars track 28.3%, reaching 200,000 miles, nearly 6 times the rate of the average vehicle on the road. 5 years of production with almost no mechanical drama. Consumer Reports scored it above average every single year of production. The 2018 hit 88 out of 100 on J. D. Power's reliability index and logged just 34 total complaints across every owner tracking platform. 34. On one of the best-selling SUVs in America. A single model year of a used Land Rover Discovery at this price generates that many complaints per month. That consistency is what separates Toyota from brands that have one good year and 3 bad ones. A 2.5-liter 4-cylinder paired with a 6-speed automatic. That's the setup mechanics never lose sleep over. The fuel system keeps the engine clean inside. The timing chain outlasts the body. And when something does need attention, it's cheap and straightforward. No dealer-only diagnostic equipment required. Toyota Safety Sense became standard on the 2016 and newer models, adding pre-collision braking and lane departure alert to a vehicle you can buy for under $13,000. That's safety tech that cost $3,000 extra on luxury SUVs 4 years ago. Now included on a used RAV4, costing less than most people's down payment. Go 2015 to 2018. Every year in that window works. The 2014 sits slightly lower on reliability surveys. 2015 forward is where Toyota locked in every detail on this generation. Insurance averages under $1,700 a year. The used Porsche Cayenne at $14,000, over $2,800 in insurance, and $1,200 in maintenance. That difference alone covers the RAV4's purchase price in under 5 years. And number 1. The SUV with the highest probability of reaching 200,000 miles of anything on this list. And you can buy one for under $15,000 that still has another decade of life ahead of it. Toyota 4Runner, 5th generation, 2010 to 2024. 15 years of the same powertrain because Toyota never needed to change it. A 4.0-liter V6 paired with a 5-speed automatic with no turbo, no CVT, and no cylinder deactivation. Just a timing chain, a simple fuel system, and truck-style construction that spreads the wear across the whole frame instead of focusing it in one spot. IC cars tracked 47.8%, reaching 200,000 miles, nearly half the fleet. The average vehicle sits at 4.8%, 10 times lower. A used Jaguar F-Pace at this price? Under 8% make it to 200,000. The 4Runner is 6 times more likely to still be running at that mileage. Verified odometers have crossed 700,000 miles on the factory engine. A separate unit hit 632,000. Mechanics who tear these down at 300,000 report the parts inside looking like they could run another 300,000. A 2012 to 2014 in good shape sits around $13,000 to $14,900. Maintenance runs about $514 a year, more than the CR-V or RAV4. But you're getting a body-on-frame truck that tows 5,000 pounds and handles off-road conditions that would strand most car-based SUVs. Insurance averages around $1,300 and resale holds tighter than any other SUV in this price range. Used 4Runners sometimes sell for more than the original sticker price. That's not a typo. One thing to watch though, rust. The frame on early 5th-gen models can rust in states that salt the roads in winter. Inspect the undercarriage before you buy. A $200 undercoating treatment now saves a $4,000 frame repair later. Beyond that, this truck barely asks for anything. Oil changes and brake pads. That's the entire ownership experience. Avoid the 2015 specifically. Airbag deployment complaints push that year above every other in the generation. The 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2016 forward are all solid picks. The 2017 and 2021 scored 88 out of 100 on JD Power. When a $14,000 used truck holds its value better than a $60,000 luxury SUV and lasts 3 times as long, the math answers itself. Now 2 used luxury SUVs that'll drain every dollar you saved on the purchase price. A used BMW X5. You can grab one for $14,000. Sounds like a bargain until the bills start. RepairPal scores it 2 out of 5. Maintenance averages $1,166 a year. The seal on top of the engine warps around 60,000 miles at $800 to $1,500 to fix. The water pump cracks between $60,000 and $100,000 for another $1,200. Over 5 years, you'll spend more maintaining the X5 than you paid for it. You're not owning a vehicle at that point. You're subscribing to a repair shop. A used Mercedes GLE at $15,000 looks even worse. Maintenance averages $1,241 a year, and only 11.3% reach 200,000 miles. The 4Runner hits 47.84 times the survival rate at a third of the cost. An oil change on the GLE runs $150 to $200 at the dealer. The RAV4? $40 at any independent shop. Over 10 years, that maintenance gap adds up to more than the purchase price of the 4Runner. Every dollar you saved buying used luxury walks right back out through the service bay door. Share this with anyone shopping for a used SUV right now. Every video we've done on what to buy and what to avoid is right here on the playlist.